Bro, so cool. I've seen it. You keep showing it. Such a race, babe. I've seen it. Tiger's showing it to me.
Oh, yeah, Rebecca had an arm first, yeah? Come on, 2 seconds. I know it's a bit, come on, yeah.
We got it for minutes.
Say that again, sorry?
We like 4 minutes. Get like. I don't know how long it is.
22 minutes long, I know what, right?
Alright, so I'm sure it was.
No, Jack's coming in.
Jack and Tiger on. In fairness, now they're like, they're coming.
Bro, I'm getting sick of you, man. A Roman apostle.
Right, you gonna go up there? Oh, your singers?
It's like you and Sean.
Yeah.
Two philosophers.
Guys, you wanna go? Yeah. I have it there, is that it? Right, guys, don't be typing now, please, right? This is it's finished now, okay? It's in green. If somebody doesn't want to talk, we won't take the price. This could be rendered by streaming numbers, album sales, and what you need to follow. This most of it can change based on location or age. Are reflected on our estimate because it was common interest for us all. We also want to that are interested in the popular areas of the topic ourselves let us track the popularity. From the hypothesis we have that reality would be the number one parent, the not present. That's our which shows the we can see it what we did this spreadsheet was we had information from the website and then we transported that one from the website into the spreadsheet. That was the link to the spreadsheet and then I input different variables and changed certain aspects of the code to make it work the way we needed to. That was it.
No, we just got one. Let's talk about that. Okay. Are you, do you want to read just your own? Like, so you can read this.
Yeah, definitely. Spotify and Apple Music to see which have the most movie listening. The record sales, which shows how long-term success is trending off right now. Social media is a motivating factor for top parents and not having the music use popularity is cheaper and Australia has some capability with most population capability and trends across different business kind of investigation approaches and respond for popularity ratings.
Okay, well done. Oh, and then your individual reflections. I can read them myself. Yeah? Okay, well done. Can I just ask you one quick question, if you don't mind? See this one here. What's the frequency there? What does that mean on the y-axis? What is this? What do the numbers mean?
That's like how many millions. Oh, that's how many millions.
Oh, sorry, you have it written on the top. You have it written on the top there. Just this. Okay, great. Has anyone got any questions? Well done. Okay. So guys, it's very simple. I'm not going to make anybody, present. Okay, be fair, right? Oh, I know. And I'll know by looking at the work who did what. Everybody contributed something. And maybe if you presented, obviously you'll get, more marks than somebody who mightn't have presented. Do you know what I mean? So don't be getting hung up. Like if everyone is kind of standing there, and I know by reading your individual reflection, I also know because I was walking around who did what, okay? So look, well done. It's not easy standing up there. Right, who's going next then?
It's supposed to be me, but Adam's here, so.
Yeah, okay. What did we say now? Sorry, let me go back here. It was supposed to be Richard, but Adam is not here. Shane and Sean, okay?
It's the guy on train, he's like, do you want to no thanks, man.
Guys, I don't know where your presentation is. Is it on an email or is it on? So I asked us to attach it on Google Classroom for this reason, because I don't want to be opening up emails. Grant, I have it there, Grant.
Good.
Go ahead.
Where's John?
Ah, no.
Where's John? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
Okay, Thomas. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at that last one there. I wonder what's really interesting. What would just think, anyway, talk about it again. Maybe more domestic dogs, but cats is probably more wild cats. Anyway, sorry, I just thought that was interesting.
And this one is going to a folder where I got it. So it's all in the pattern. This one has an arrow. Just follow it with our and this one also is see that we were from page 10 and 20 further. So wrong. We were little things down that our names would have to be okay.
Okay, so I can read the conclusions myself, the reflections, yeah? So, just one thing about your hypothesis, did you write that yourself?
Yeah.
So, you are giving the conclusion of your project by looking at that graph, which is what you're supposed to do, but where else could you get the information from? Something you didn't use that you have there in the bottom right. You see the mean, the median, and the mode?
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Yeah.
Exactly. So will you just add that in as a sentence?
Yeah.
So what's the average age of somebody getting attacked? Like the mode is the most common age. The mode would be a good one there to look at. 25. So you can use that to back up your hypothesis. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Your pseudocode. Did you write that yourself?
Yeah. Lots of help on that.
So we need to be really careful here. When I see something perfect like that, okay, alarm bells ring up, okay? As well as that, the big giveaway is that your variable names in your code is not the same as the variable names in the pseudocode. Okay? So that's a big giveaway. If you do that in your coursework next year, you lose lots of marks. All right. Now I know you were kind of rushing at the end. I would have just left it at the flow chart. Do you know what I mean? All right. So just be really careful with it. If it looks too perfect, it's like, yeah. But of course, we'll have 12 weeks next year. I'll be going around going, explain what all those lines of code mean, all right?
Yeah.
But well done. No, you did well. Okay, well done. All right, who wants to go up next? Richard and Adam, I think you were due to go up next. Well done. You know, so this is a learning curve as well, if nothing else, right?
Okay. Fuck off. If you want to walk over being king and being man. We don't do
Richard,
that
I can't
here.
find the slides. Didn't attach them. Did I attach them? Okay, go on. Up there now. I'll get ready here. Is that not come back now?
He told me it's gonna come back.
Yeah. Go on, you two.
Our hypothesis is that most popular songs last 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Just the roles. I was more focusing on the code of it. Adam was more looking at the slides and the pseudocode for it. So
Our interests are in politics, music, and a game we play called Spelunky. So we base our initial ideas on that. Richard came with the idea to figure out if Reddit is more liberal than conservative. That all popular songs are around 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And at the average Spelunky 2 game times is about 15 minutes. So we plan to do our topic on popular music. We used a data source from Spotify using a data set we got from Kaggle. And our hypothesis is that all popular songs are around 3.5 minutes long.
this is also
So we needed to create a program that would that would find the mean of one of our data sets and then create a graph to display both of our data sets. So I created the pseudocode, which aimed to create a graph to display the data as well.
This is my this is all the code. So just to briefly explain this, so there's 3 different CSVs. You'll see on another slide, that was my vote, should stop it right. We had a big data set that we need to separate into time and streams. So it'll open time.csv, it'll open time before and then streams. I'll get into the time before bit later. It'll then convert all of it into a float. It'll manually plot the y-axis point. I had this thing where, like, obviously we're trying to find 330, so that'd be 3.3 or 3.5 or whatever. But for the y-axis, it would only do solid numbers. It wouldn't do decimals. So I had to put in plc.yticks and do it manually. And I'm just plotting it, label it. So all that is. And then this is just one of the errors I have. Which error was it? Yeah, so I had 2 pie sheets, one that would show the graph and the other that would convert the time. So the time was in decimals, but it would have stuff like 3.9 rather than like 3.6 or something. Like it wasn't in the correct time for a song. So I had to make a certain conversion sheet that would calculate the median mode and mean, as well as make a separate CSV file that would be in the correct format for the graph. So one of the errors I was trying to figure out how to do mean, median, and the mode, and it was saying that there was no unique mode, and it would just spit out an error. I didn't know how to fix it. And eventually, I found that we had to try and accept this. So it would try to see if there was a mode, and if there wasn't one, it would just print out something. So that took me a while. Yeah. Then that's the finished graph. So the bit in the blue there, The very kind of opaque one is the time before. That's what it looked like before we converted it. And then the black, now it's hard to see on the whiteboard. The black is also slightly, it's at like 50% opacity. So that you can see right at kind of 3.5 to 3, there's just kind of a clump that adds up where you can see that it would be around 330 frames or something.
This is a raw data set that showed all the different attributes of the songs. The only one we wanted here was the duration to see how long they lasted, so we had to clean that.
It was from like 2021.
So there's another raw data set. That's where we got the streams from. It's from the same like group of data sets, so it uses the same songs in the same order. So we had to clean them and then match them up.
Just for our little evaluation, data sets showcase that although there is a little bit of variance, the median was 3.3 minutes, which means that our hypothesis was correct. No, right. Bang on. And that's just our individuals.
Okay, well done. So just on the plate, you can see now the 3%. I mean, just to say, there's 3 presentations so far. All of the stuff you're presenting there, when you're doing your coursework, obviously that wouldn't be in the coursework, your names. But say the likes of that there, right? You would have a picture of that on your website. You have to present your project as a website, not as a slideshow, right? And that would be presented on your website under section 4 or whatever. And you would be talking, all that stuff you said, you'd have that written down, right? So I'm going to be on your backs next year to do that, right? But it's all really good. So yeah, well done. Okay, who is next? So it's either of these groups here. Am I right? Are you ready? Do you want to present? Okay, Adam. So it's which one of these is next? Carolyn, yeah, Stephen and Sean, okay. Now you can talk to Sean, right? Whose classroom would be on? Sorry? Is it? Yeah, well, it should be on one of them. Is it on your one, Carolyn?
So he went, he just.
Sorry, Melody didn't, so she dragged him and King along to the square. They're probably.
Is it under Stevens?
I have everything.
Why? Oh, sorry, okay.
Be a good boy and go out there.
On some this and then some this. Where's the, yeah, it's up to this.
You couldn't, you know, on the screen, you couldn't.
Thomas, he was supposed to come back.
He was telling me that he was coming back, but I don't know.
It can hear. No, right.
Did they just hear you? Did they hear the presentation?
It says short enough, though.
I was hoping I could have like a little button on me to go through the presentation as it's going on there. Kind of funny.
Because I wasn't anticipating what I
So we're just presenting to the speaker.
I had to know. I had to know.
What?
What?
Richard.
I'm too smart.
Richard. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Oh, did you win an award? Best record. Put on here.
We got a bunch of awards.
Mongoloid. Speaks.
I'm just gonna hear you.
Just, I'm gonna say this to you, but say to everyone in the class, what's the title of your file there? No, what's the title of your file? Sorry? ASP2. So I need to know I'm going to do a week of file management again with this class, because I'm shocked walking around yesterday, there's loads of stuff sitting here. Right, go on. You submit these again before the end of today, right? Right, okay.
Our condition was a higher population cities on the website. Many data of our improved. We took the data from having SQL website and this data, all the population.
Three row for me. Okay. We picked up about 6 so we can see what our population is. We kind of put that's the pro. We've got that we're working with things sorted memory, so we have to put in a kind of box to gather each individual top 10 studies. This is kind of the list.
The higher population is the final. And just the data is created, and that's the thing.
Okay, yeah.
Shows the cities and then the next one the population. What is the
Sorry, yeah? Okay, that's okay.
We use ChatGPT to work on we find ChatGPT to make the image cross differences for the work around. Maybe on marriage was the cities something that you they want the money, so the bar track is behind the wheels. You go back and try to do it. Or single single value. Once you go around and the level whereas the apple has the
Okay, well done. That's great. So, one little bit of feedback. Remember, you said there you got to say, so what do you take through your project? That's in the Google Doc. I asked them, I wanted a screenshot of stuff they use. I know they use just a little bit, right? And that's fine. Okay, so Kong and Kweku, and then the two lads then, right? Sorry guys, is it on, it's on Google. Who's? So do you want to read it or? Sorry. Okay, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, well done. See the graph that they have, right? The graph that they have there. You probably haven't done them in maths yet, but you will, ordinary level and, well, obviously higher level, but ordinary as well. But the scatter plot, it's all, I love your words there, it's all over the place. Perfect. So because it's all over the place, there's no correlation, right? Another word for correlation is what, boys? You did this. What would be an easier word for correlation? Relationship, exactly, or yeah, exactly. So, yeah, okay, brilliant. And then last but not least, this must be good because Jack, you know, beat that what 19 degrees sunshine to come in here. So, guys, where is this? Sorry, yeah. No, he did. He absolutely did. No, I think he has that with his. No, he doesn't.
They email you the choice or
Share it right there.
That's points for this. You're going to do this before you leave here
We
today.
already have you on it.
No, that's not, I mean, I get a million emails every day. You just put it on Google Classroom.
I'll put it.
Put it in to me again, will you?
Yeah. Share it to you again. In the last 50 years, units, that's the question that we came up with. Our confidence with the
yeah, that's our hypothesis was that animals don't so used to format for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Okay. The group roles were took like this. It's like together. Yeah. And it's done on our progress and where to go. And budget manager was Thomas. He ensured that all aspects of the project were on track and sorted out data. He made the slideshow and output system broadcast.
I love context, and that's we research how we start for we try to protect research. One of the topic, I mean, data sources, but when I'm looking at the data sheet that we're looking for, and just got a clear like question of what we want, right? Of the current culture. Evaluating that, that stage, we just look back and put it on just later.
Investigation. So due to common interest, we all chose to do the question, based on music performances. And got over it from, Harry, yeah. And then, yeah, and then before using this question, we had a lot of ideas, like, do you remember one?
Or what was the most popular genre in the last like 50 years. It was that or time that they took, shamelessly, we came up with it for
No, you didn't.
and so that was really the big thing we're going for. Or we're going for a game and but so it was very soon.
Yeah.
Same time when we were planning, we made a flow chart and just put it out there. People make it and whatever you see in VS Code and then yeah, moving forward there's profiling and things where like we couldn't really get a topic chosen. We were like between music is such a broad thing that you just want to have a million questions about.
We designed the flowchart that will when designing the flowchart, we need to keep what has to be at the front. So once the flowchart was made, then we knew about what steps we had to take to achieve our goal. So we agreed to CSV, but sorted it. And get the average sales.
And then we actually got the correct. Now Toy mainly done this, so we don't really know much. But Toy done a lot of the coding, and then he just done a basic version, and we put into the CCP was the graphic. EP and LP are one of the, we had a chart that said EP or LP, and EPs are just one bundle, so we group all bundles and so together, like singles, yeah, stuff like that. And then we had the CD and cassette, and we were wrong. CD was the most sold over, even though it's the most cheapest now. It was the most expensive. So, and we didn't really use a scar chart, because it wouldn't make sense in this project. We weren't really using multiple numbers, we were just using like a set number in each one. So it makes more sense using a bar chart instead of a scar chart. That was the average was 1.47. I would be able to tell you a lot more about this because he done most of this and that's the problem there. That all the values together, that's how much the average group has. So, yeah, but
So
and this is the actual data set we have to organize.
what's the original? The top letter.
No, this is it for at home. And yeah, this is the evaluation.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How did you differentiate between LPs and EPs?
We did
LPs
come up.
and what, sorry?
EPs.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't, because we're looking at the kind of, that'd be like looking at different kind of, you can't really do it with any other CD, just when you have a cassette in where you have, so we can't just go, oh, singles is a whole different category. You have to group them all in with the vinyl.
I thought you said you put them into two different, like,
No, I said that we grouped EP, LP, and singles all together.
all together. Ah, my bad.
As one, because they are the one in the smaller difference.
So, really impressed. No, I'm really impressed about, I have to write down what you were saying there, why you didn't use the staff direct. So, like, just even that learning was actually really not computer science, it's maths, like what you knew, because you weren't comparing numbers against numbers. You just had one, but even the fact that you knew that, I'm really impressed. Might seem like a small thing to you, but for me, that's like, wow, it's, you know, that's great for next year. So, well done. And another example of that project there, and this is no, like, reflection on anyone else, it was really obvious that you all had different roles. And you no problem saying, why was like the expert in that, we weren't really sure of that. So like, that's a really good thing. And that's how it's gonna be, if you wanna work in a company, which most of you probably will end up studying something in computer science, whatever, that's what's gonna happen. You're not gonna be the strongest programmer there, but you might be really good at presenting or looking at data, do you know what I mean? So that's all really, so well done. Guys, I'm really impressed. You're sure you can go on to. Right? 7 minutes left, okay? You please check in, anything you're saying, like I know it's definitely not there, and I think Richard and Adam did as well.
I'll add it.
Do one of us have it on our Google Classroom? Because I'm not throwing to emails
You
over
have
this stuff, right? I could get another 20 emails after today. So like, thanks emails. Few little tips I gave some people. Oh yeah, I think this is the only group of advice. I can't remember what you recommend. Sorry, I'm terrible. The meme. They use the meme. Did you use the meme? Oh, you did. Oh, you did. You did. No, you did. Yeah, I know. Like, just make sure you're using that. But you just write a sentence in your maybe it's in your Google Doc. The name of the cafe is glass. This is what it means or something. Okay? You make sure you hand up both of them. Okay? I can't obviously give you a full mark for the presentation. Okay? But I obviously, if I'm on kind of LinkedIn or whatever, I see what goes on in first year in TUD. Guys, I use it. I'm sure some of you and girls might be going to TUD or whatever. This is the type of stuff they do in first year. Seriously. Projects and ideas. Lads, the ChatGPT, seriously, we really need to prepare with it, right? Sorry?
That's like, I mean, it's not, that's how like it's been.
Okay, have you? It's a love-hate relationship, is it?
Man, I'm a photographer.
Right, I don't see any mustard on my store, sorry. Here, over there. Okay, so I'm going through every student here. Sean Connell, right, I need the Google Doc as well, right? Will you attach it there? Well, if two of them has put the two of them there, just make sure one of you has it, right? Now, Shane, I've nothing there. Sean's doing this, okay? Hasn't done both there, yeah. Alan does, but I think, yeah, Rebecca does, yeah.
Is that so?
Thomas and Jack, are you still doing it?
Either business or what? That's business.
Okay, Lynn, make sure the slides are there as well.
Where did the clip from the dream is?
Hi, there's nothing there, but Jack is putting that Richard, Adam is putting both there.
I'll be a vlogger as well, so let's not make fun
Oh,
of
I
You
know.
have to say, do the top. Put the both in one. Jack is empty. And now who is this? So who's doing it?
Yeah, I don't mind.
File or a folder?
Yeah, I don't mind. That's what this is. Why is it come back? Oh wait.
Why has it not done? Of course you're getting scared when you see color. You only see
No, I only get angry.
You only see color.
New message. There's audio now. There is. It's true. I'm just looking through all of my old like CBA.
Wild you.
Yeah, for Eurovision. Oh, yeah, this was a time. Bowie. When me, Jack, and Thomas won our school a trip to Google. Won a trip to Google. Yeah, we got second place in the Microsoft Hackathon. Yeah. Except we lost to Bones because it was like 2022 and the whole ChatGPT craze was starting to ramp up. Somebody got ChatGPT, made it look like it was for old people, and went, here's our project. And they got first place. It was stupid.
Is that something to do with the bathroom?
What does Casey have 17 subscribers?
Tell them all to subscribe to us.
She listens to the Casey, I'm gonna kill you when I get home.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna sacrifice you to the gods.
To the gods. I literally, Thomas, during the entire presentation, I literally try to show you what I had on. This is what I had on the entire time when you were presenting. Just did this, just so the stream could stay happy. Hold on, wait.
That's me. I love that gif of SpongeBob dancing. Why is he doing?